All right, we are now live on Speak Life to your health and wealth webinar. We still have about 6 minutes. We're getting stuff together. So those that are be watching our early, y'all gonna see us get our stuff together early. You're gonna watch her drink her water and look pretty
In my Wendy's cup.
in your Wendy's cup.
Don't tell nobody.
That's all right.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. Back at you. Back at you. I got home just in time.
Yes. Yes. And you said it.
Hold on 1 second.
Will there be another link for people to be able to get on?
They can hit, they have to register. And if they register, they can hit the link that you have up now.
Okay.
And they'll go straight to this page. Yay. And actually, I just pulled it up on my phone, and it's showing us right now live. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, I'm about to pull it up now.
Yeah. So we can share it. We can share and let people know we are live. And I'm going straight to Purpose Professionals to let them know that we are live. Come on in. Going to share again.
I'm glad that we got started early.
Yes. Oh, this is going to be absolutely great for the Speak Life Challenge. Hey, you guys, that's coming in now. Come on in, because right now they're on finances.
Beautiful. This is gorgeous.
I'm also going to put this into the prayer group, because still you pray, you need to learn also how to have good finances.
Money is the answer to all things.
That's what a lot of people think. But they gotta learn how to speak life to their money. Yeah.
If it ain't, I am abundance all day long. I am abundance all day long. And we are live.
And we are live. We got 4 more minutes. I see you guys coming in. I'm really excited. Oh my God. Okay, yeah. I got to do some selfies. I feel real cute today. Okay. I got to do some selfies. I mean, really. I got to
share. We are on.
We are on live right now with ActionDriven on the Speak Life to Your Health and Wealth webinar. Come on in and make sure you register right now and listen to these awesome tips so you can be healthy, wealthy, and wise at the same dang time. Okay? All right.
Oh my God.
I'm excited. This is good. This is good. You know I'm going to post that, right? Okay?
Yes, you are.
I am. We got 3 more minutes, you guys, for you to come on in, share, look at the top of the screen, share, tweet it, Facebook it, let everybody know to come in. We are really excited because we are going to learn how to speak life to our health and wealth. And I'm excited about the speaker tonight because, it's one thing to speak, but it's another thing to show and prove. Anybody can talk, but to show and prove. Tani has clients that started out with bad credit. And look, I'm giving her testimonials. Started out with bad credit and end up buying houses and cars. And I am a witness. I've watched her over the years as she works with her clients. So, and that's why I always bring Tani on ActionDriven.com. You can go to ActionDriven.com, ActionDriven.com. We hadn't even started yet, and I'm getting these plugs. I'm just plugging her on in.
Lord have mercy.
Because it's true. It's true. That's pretty. You are the words that you speak, and that's important. You're not fake. You're not faking it till you make it. You was faithing it. You was faithing it. Act your wage. Act your wage.
Every day.
Amen.
Ooh.
So I'm about to share this one more time. We got one more minute. And I also want to save this image. Okay. Yeah. Put that out there right now. All right. It is 9 o'clock. It is 9 o'clock. I want to thank everybody for coming in. And I see more of you coming in as I speak. We're going to get started with Speak Life to Your Health and Wealth. My name is Letitia Nicole, and I speak life. That's right. So that we all may have life more abundantly. And I'm super excited to have this speaker tonight. Her name is Tani Lane, Tanisha Lane. And you can reach her at ActionDriven.com. I love saying that. I just like to say that. That's right. Act your wage. I love it. She didn't put it out there. Act your wage. Those that's listening, hashtag act your wage. You don't fake it till you make it. You faith it till you make it. You act your wage. Okay. So tonight you're going to learn about speaking life to your health and wealth with Tanisha. And what I really love about her is she's so authentic and pure in her approach to get you to better credit. It's very authentic. And so I'm excited to have her here. And I urge you, every night, I got my notebook every night. You're not going to see me do a bunch of talking. I got my pen and my notebook. You guys go ahead and get your pen and your notebook. If more people coming on, go get your pen and your notebook so you can take notes. Okay. Now, without further ado, welcoming to the stage,
woo, 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 woo.
Tanisha. Yes.
First and foremost, Letitia, thank you. It is an honor to be here. It is an honor to be of service. It is an honor to be with a woman like you, a woman of integrity, a woman of a word, a woman that goes around the country, worldwide, speaking life to situations, to everything that's happening in our life. You have a message. Your book is phenomenal. Every time I get stuck, I open a page and there is life that gets me unstuck. I just want to celebrate you first and foremost before we get started, because without you, this platform would not exist. It is an honor to have and just be in your presence. Know that you are loved and you are appreciated, and I am part of your dream catchers.
Praise God. Thank you.
And what I want to focus on this evening is very, very dear to my heart. For many, many years, I wanted to achieve success. I wanted to do all these things. I wanted to be the Donald Trump of my family. I wanted to do real estate investment. And God always positioned me to help someone that was in transition. He always positioned me to help someone that thought in their minds their financial matters were complicated. he always had a way of having me making things simple. The
Mhm.
greatest book ever written talks about in Proverbs 18:15. It's one of the principles that I use. You have to learn something daily about your finances. You have to learn something daily about your finances. Okay, so I'm known as Ask Tani, and people come to me because of credit, and they have credit matters, credit issues, and it always boils down to how finances are being run in the household.
Mhm.
What is happening in life? And when it comes to what's happening in life and what keeps you stuck, for a long time I was like, okay, God, what do you want me to do with this? Why are you putting me in this position? Why the same people are coming to me? What is it that you want me to do? Because I want to talk to people about credit. I don't want to talk to people about their finances. People are going to
Mhm.
do what they want to do with their finances. People don't want to act their wage. People just want to spend, swipe. But then when they want their dream home, when they want a nice car, when they want to get a better job, oh my God, they're pulling my credit. And now all of my sudden, let's call Ask Tani. What am I gonna do with my credit score? I want to buy this house. I want to do this, and my credit's at 590. And you need a 620. You need 100 points. You need to boost your scores. But where you were swiping, swiping, you were not thinking and correlating. So what I've done with my academy is called the Naked Credit Academy. I've been able to marry money and credit. I've been able to help people understand that without channeling your money to your credit, without channeling your money to your creditors, without channeling your money or paying your bills on time, your score is going to suffer. Your score is going to suffer. From a historical perspective, if we look at the greatest book ever written, the greatest man that ever walked on earth, I know him by Jesus. He had a team of 12. And in his team of 12, he had a treasurer. He had someone that he counted on to help with the finances. He was out in the field. He was doing the work, and he had someone that he can trust that dealt with finances. And that's how we need to literally mirror our lives. If your finances are everywhere, you need to have someone you can trust. That's the community that I've been able to create with the Naked Credit Academy. I call it naked because when you're naked, you're vulnerable. When you're naked,
Mhm.
there's nothing else you can't do. There's nothing else possible. When you're naked, it's like, think about it. There's nothing else that can be done. The only thing that you can do is put on some clothes. And when you're naked, you at the bare minimum, and you actually speak from the heart. Either you're covering yourself up or you accept where you are, and then you can develop a plan to become better. And that's what we do. Every single student has to have a goal. You can't just come in and think I'm going to be disputing things on your credit and that's it. No, there has to be a purpose. What do you want and how are we going to obtain it? It's not going to be easy. Your score may take a dive first before you see it go up. But if you apply the strategies, okay, if you apply the strategies, they will work. When it comes to your credit, when it comes to your money, that's one of the things I love about the Speak Life platform. You have to speak life to your situation. You have to speak life to your finances. You have to get debt in order. If you don't get debt in order, house will not be in order. And a house that is not in order is not a happy home. We have in the United States, most marriages break up because of finances, but that's not the case. It's the lack of communication about finances. I had a young man years ago in love with his wife, and he's coming to me about the fact that they got married. They were in counseling, Letitia, in counseling, and
Mhm.
he only bought one score out of the three.
Mhm.
There's three credit scores. There's Experience, TransUnion, and Equifax. to the counseling, he only bought one credit score because he was ashamed to show his future wife what his other scores look like.
Okay.
Now this is past the marriage. This is a year or two later. He's sharing this with me, and now the wife wants to buy a house. So what does he have to, what does he do now? He lied at the counseling. Now a year later, his scores are jacked up. Tani, what do I do? But first and foremost, you got to go back home and make it right with your wife. Apologize, make it right at home, and get naked and tell her the truth. And then we can work on your credit. Because there's no way, it's not gonna, if your foundation is not solid, it's not gonna work. Yes, there's companies out there that dispute credit. There's companies out there. Lexington Law is excellent. They will pay, you can pay them $89 a month, and all they do is dispute your credit. That's not what I do. I deal with the financial issues, the financial matters that will impact your credit score. Okay, I do not dispute all day. There's companies that do that for a living. They've been doing that for years. However, if you're ready to get naked, if you're ready to speak the truth into your situation, that's what I'm here to do. That's my purpose, to bring financial peace to women. Because once you have financial peace, it's almost like everything flows. No matter what's happening in life, everything flows. And I'm getting overwhelmed because it's that peace that drives you. Whenever I see a low credit score, I literally get happy in my spirit, because a low credit score for me means there was a challenge, and I get to speak life into this person's life and finances and turn their situation around. I get to turn their situation around when you have when the finances are in order. And I apologize about that. I have an extra person in the room here with me. But yeah, it really comes down to how you're managing your finances. We can talk about boosting your credit, okay? However, if you look at the credit score, the credit score is up high. 35% of the credit is driven by how you're paying your bills, and the other 30% goes for how long you had the account. So let's say you have a Capital One account that the past 12 months you haven't paid on time, okay? And your credit is low. By going back to that particular vendor and saying, hey, something happened in life, I got a little bit behind, literally have this conversation. Something happened in life, life just got behind me. I want to get back on a payment plan. How can you help me? What we do is the total opposite. We don't do the payment plan. We don't work with the vendors. We ignore them. And ignoring them is not going to make it go away. Ignoring the vendors is not going to make it go away. However, if you call that vendor and say, hey, come and literally, I'm having challenges. What can I do? I'm having challenges. What can I do? They will work with you. I had someone inbox me about their student loans. They were in default. Tanisha, what can I do? The first thing that you can do is call them immediately. Actions, actions. 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 Is the only way. I just got a message. Give me 1 second.
Okay. And for those of you that are listening on the conference line, you are now live as well. Please mute your phones if you are on the conference line. I just got the message that we had calls on the conference line. You guys are open. So not only are we live broadcasting, we are conferencing through our conference line as well. So I'm really excited. We got a whole bunch of things going on. I will ask for questions later, and you guys know that you can post your questions in the group, Purpose Professionals group. I urge you now, go ahead and get into that group so you can follow the post. You can post about your business. You can network with these awesome business owners. I'm really excited about what's going on right now. Right now, we got the conference line going, ActionDriven.com, and we also have the live webinar going. So if you would go ahead, I need to make sure that everybody's in place. So I'm right here. You're not going to see me for a second, but I still hear you, and they hear you on the conference call. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. Question for you. I did get, do they have a place where they can ask questions? Because I did receive a message with a question. We can answer them at the end.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. So going back to action, because this is very important when I teach about boosting your credit score. Okay. One of the strategies that we use is literally looking at your credit report, what accounts you have on your credit report that are active and you're paying on time. One of my recent clients sent me a message, and he had a tax lien on his credit report. And he wanted to he's working on getting a business loan, but the tax lien was on his credit report. We fixed the tax lien, but the score had not moved. And when I looked at his credit report to analyze it, then I found that the actual credit cards were maxed out. He had about 5 credit cards, and they were maxed out. As soon as he paid the credit cards down to below 30% of what he owed, the credit went up 100 points within a couple of weeks. Okay, so this is why I spend so much time on how you're running your household, how you're running your finances, because it's not a matter of, oh, I don't know what to do. Okay, the reason we don't know what to do is because we just don't spend time with it. We don't take action. We don't spend time with our money. We don't tell money what to do. Money comes in our paycheck and goes right out. We don't sit down and have a date night with our money. We don't strategize. We don't plan. I was listening to TD Jakes earlier, phenomenal Grace in Finances series that he did. And from a cultural perspective, I know I wasn't brought up with, this is how you manage money. Right. I'm here where I am today because a lot of mistakes that I made. And that's just me being naked about it. I didn't just roll out of bed and I knew everything about finances. I didn't just roll out of bed and knew everything about an 800 credit score. I had to work my way there. I've seen a 590. I've seen a 750. And Letitia, the bank treats you differently. They really do. When you have a 550, there's a different treatment than when you have a 750. Mm-hmm. When you have a 750, it's almost like, okay, what can I do for you, Miss Letitia? What can I do for you, Miss Lane? How can we help you? Here's some programs. How much money do you want? When you have a 590 or less than 600, you can't afford this house. Wow. Come back in 2 years. I can't help you. It is what it is. It is what it is. Now, there are institutions, and that's why I love referring people to credit unions. There are institutions that have phenomenal programs, even if your credit is low. I'll be honest, I've been able to get people approved at a 592 credit score. But the reason they were approved, it was because of cash flow. Okay? Mm-hmm. When there's an excess of cash, things just happen. When there's an excess of, cash flowing everywhere, they pay attention to that. Oh, there's $10,000 here. There's $5,000 here. Oh, there's a third account for $25,000. Who cares that her score is at 592? She can afford this house. It happens. It happens. 3 months ago, one of my clients, she had a tax lien, not a lien, sorry. She had a judgment. Okay. And we've been trying to work on this judgment, She decided to go ahead and buy her house. She makes good money. And she actually put the judgment as part of her closing documents, meaning that at closing, she made an arrangement and she was going to pay this judgment. It was like maybe like $1,500. And the company made the mortgage broker upset. I don't know why, or I don't know how. And the mortgage broker decided, guess what? We're not going to pay you, and she's still going to close on this house. Okay, so a lot of things happen when there's cash flowing. I talk to people about having emergency funds, right? Emergency funds means that you have cash available, so in case an emergency happens. When there's cash flowing, there's a sense of relief. When there's cash flowing, we women, we walk differently. Our hair is differently. Our hair length may be even different because of the cash. Because we may have a little color in her hair, because of the cash flow. Thank God I have a wonderful beautician, and she just loves on me every time I see her. However, the cash flow is, if it's there, we just act differently. And that's why I have a heart for women that are in transition, because we do it's hard to really explain it. It's almost like when you talk to someone that is having money issues, or it's almost like they have their tone of voice sounds low, sounds depressing. It's not alive. It's almost like we walk around, when we have a low credit score, we walk around with this burden. Almost like I can't do anything. I can't buy my house. I can't get approved. It's like the word can't is part of their name. And they just don't see themselves able. They're just not able to see past their mistakes. And that's all it is mistakes that we've made. I've been there. I've been at a low point. I've been at a point that, I couldn't see straight. And in those moments is where your circle and your people, Jesus had 12. And even when the 12, he took time off to come to get himself together. So when you in transition, it's very important that you can talk to someone and say, listen, I jacked it up. You got to be responsible now. Because how we manage money is nobody else's responsibility but our own. I jacked it up. How do I get it better? Okay. I have a young lady who makes close to $100,000. The other day, I literally had to say, hey, there are not many young women like yourself that's making this kind of money. It's time to just be grateful for that paycheck.
That's right.
It's time to be grateful for that paycheck. You'd be so amazed at, even in credit, when you're grateful for the $590 and you're able to see, okay, this is what happened. This is what I need to do. I mean, it's strategies like, okay, I make the $3,000 a month, but I spend $3,600. What do I need to do to turn this around? But if you're not sitting down and dating money, if you're not sitting around, being around a circle of a community of people that you can say, hey, I got the swiping thing going on. For me, it went from credit card to my ATM card. I mean, like, oh my God. So what I did was I made sure that I had extra cushion. So whenever I went below a certain amount of money, that was like, stop. But I had to learn. Now I allocate. I tell money, hey, this is when this is gonna get paid. Okay. And when it comes, boom. You invest, boom. This is what I'm gonna do, boom, and get it done. Money it's almost like Money and credit. Money is attracted to people that treat it right.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get real, look at you. You look pretty, the necklace and everything, and you get all done up, and you go to your money date night, and you show up, and you're like, okay, I got my check, and I'm a little low, babe, but this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and pay due power. We're gonna pay this car bill, and I'm gonna keep $100 because I gotta get my toes done. Let me get my little tithes and offerings set aside. And listen, babe, by the way, I'm coming back again in 2 weeks, because we got to rearrange. I wasn't able to pay something here, but in 2 weeks, we got to do that. Then take the phone and call the collection company. Hey, listen, I'm looking through my finances. I know I owe you. But listen, you saying I owe $500. Let me give you $250 in 2 weeks. Let me give you $250 in 2 weeks. And by the way, I need you to take this off my credit. Can you help me? Sweet. Be nice to them. Sweet like honey. But no, most of the times, I'm mad at this collection company. Oh, I can't stand these people. They calling me. No, talk to them. They got a job. They got a job. Talk to them. You know, somebody asked me today about the student loan that I was telling you about earlier. I said, listen, right now, call. What can I do? Call. What do I say? Call. If it's defaulted, it's because you haven't talked to them, especially when it comes to student loans. You know I haven't paid you. Listen, if my credit is jacked up, I want to buy my house. What can I do to turn this around? And 10 times out of 10, they're going to work with you because they have a job to do. But most of the time, we don't get real. Most of the time, we don't act. Most of the time, we make the mistake of not even having a spending plan. I like to call it a spending plan because it grows with you. A budget restricts you. Oh my God, a budget. I can't even think straight because I'm talking about a budget. But a spending plan, it's almost like spending, and it's a plan. It's almost like it gives you freedom because you're going to spend it anyway. It's just how you're going to spend it. You know, first quarter of the year, savings. Do we have any savings? Most of us are so overdue in savings, overdue, past due in savings. Who sends you a past due notice on your savings?
Nobody.
It's your responsibility. Savings account, we look at it, zero. $25 because I'm supposed to have $25 in there. No, a savings account. Savings account is designed to, if something happens, for you to have something to bounce on. But no, we don't do that. But when you sit down and literally spend time with your money, I can't stress this enough to just sit down and spend time. And listen, if you don't know what to do, close your eyes literally and say, Holy Spirit, lead me and guide me. Where do I start?
Mm-hmm.
That's simple. And if my name pops up, call me.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Call me, but seriously, and it's amazing because I travel and I talk about this in boost your credit score, boost your credit score, boost your credit score. The best strategy to boost your credit score is to make sure that your credit cards are not maxed out. It's making sure that your credit cards are not maxed out. You can dispute if you're not 100% sure on the items on your credit report. Dispute it. And I'm going to say this from an ethical standpoint, you have to have integrity when you're dealing with your report. However, there are human beings working on your credit reports. Human beings make mistakes. So if you look at your credit report and you're not sure, just like Johnny Cochran wasn't sure with the gloves in OJ's case, if you're looking at your credit report and you're not sure, dispute it. If you're not sure, 100% dispute it. However, If you're sure that a collection item is yours, speak life to it, change your situation, change your attitude about it, and be sweet with it. Ask God to give you wisdom on how to deal with them, and literally call the collection company and say, hey, this is where I am. I want to make things better. And hey, this is what I have. And how do we fix this? However, you have to get your mind ready for that. You just don't wake up and just literally wake up and start doing it. You gotta say, literally, wake up in the morning, I am abundant.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
have more than enough. Wealth and riches are mine. Everything that I need, I have the tools and ability to get them. Literally, you have to tell yourself this. It's almost like you have to program your mind with abundance, 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 because the opposite of abundance is lack.
It's a
And
lack.
if you're operating in lack, you're not operating in love. If you're not operating in
Mm-hmm.
love, you're not walking in wisdom. You have to walk in wisdom when it comes to your money. You have to walk in wisdom when it comes to your credit. You have to walk in wisdom when it comes to your life. And the only one that gives us wisdom is that greatest book ever written. And it has everything in there we ever need. From that book, I learned about right, counting the costs. Counting the costs. When you sit down and you're doing date night, do it now. Don't wait for later. I believe that 2 Corinthians 6:20. Do it now. Forget about later. Credit and money is action driven.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you a great example. You wake up, you get ready, you go to work, you work 40 hours, you come back home. If you don't do those actions, you don't get paid. For those entrepreneurs out there, if we don't wake up and we're not talking to people and we're not sharing what we're doing and we're not literally in front of others,
Mm-hmm.
there's a potential that we won't have people in our programs. Okay? Money is action driven. There's nothing about waiting for later. You have to face the problem. Proverbs 14:8. You have to face the problem. You don't think it's just gonna go away. It's just not gonna go away. However, and this is again, speak life.
Mm-hmm.
The only way you're gonna change your mindset about money, the only way you're gonna change your mindset about credit is speaking to it in a positive way. It's impossible to act with an attitude about your money situation.
Mm-hmm.
What you persist, what literally continues. So when you release it, when it's not a burden anymore, and you say, God help me, or find someone that you can literally talk to about where you are, then you can make a change. You can make a difference. Really, in
Mm-hmm.
life, that's the only way that it can be done. It's the only way. It's the only way. You got to be able to literally get so focused. You have to be able to get so focused. You have to be able to get so focused on what you're trying to obtain. If you're trying to obtain an 800 credit score,
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, you're not going to get there without taking action. You're not going to get there without speaking life to your finances. And you're
Mm-hmm.
not going to get there by not facing where you are today and doing what is necessary to get to the next level. It's impossible. It is impossible. You have to do what it takes today. You have to do what it takes today. I was listening to TD Jakes earlier,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and he was talking about consistency and having returns on your investment. consistency in having a return on your investment.
Mm-hmm.
Consistency in your finances, it grows. Consistency in your finances, it grows. If you take the time to spend time with your money consistently, you will see a return on your time that you invested. Okay?
Mm.
On
Go
your
ahead.
time that you invested. Because literally, you're not spending any time, it's just not going to work. You know, we don't spend time with our family. How is the family structure going to work? If we don't spend time in a relationship, a guy that we're trying to get to know, I'm single. How is that area? Seriously, if I don't make myself available, and spend time with, prospects, how is it going to happen? The same way with your finances. If you're not being consistent and spending the time with your finances, it's not going to grow. You're not going to get a return on your investment. So the only way, you have to have the mental shift. The mental shift comes from speaking life to your mind, speaking life to your thoughts, speaking life to your life, speaking life to everything around you. It's the only way that's going to happen. When you look at a credit score, and I urge you to go to Equifax.com tonight and pull a credit report, or go to annualcreditreport.com and pull a credit report. If you haven't done so, do it tonight. Take action. Don't wait for tomorrow. Literally, the purpose of money is to reproduce after its kind. The purpose of money is to reproduce. The money has to have a purpose. It has to reproduce. So if money's not reproducing in your life, make sure that you are investing in it. Make sure that you are investing in it. When you go to, I love church. It's my place. I love it. It's almost like I feel at home. It's almost like I want to give. I want to volunteer. I want to be a resource. Okay? The same way with money. You have to, in order to see a return on your investment, you have to invest the time. You have to face the facts. Everybody, the thought of, oh my God, everybody has bad credit. To me, I use the word challenge, okay? Because there was a challenge that happened that got your credit to where it is. Okay?
That's right.
It's a challenge. Right. And once you understand what the challenge is and what the challenge was, then you know how to make better decisions. Decisions are based on the greatest book ever written. That's how we make the decisions. We look at counting the costs and really knowing how to channel your monies to go in all the places that it needs to go. I'm going to be direct with you and naked with you. A collection was something that you did not pay attention to. A collection was something that you didn't pay attention to. I bet you it came in the mail. I've been guilty. Stack up. And then once a month I'll go through it. Oh, really? Okay. Really? Okay. Oh, really? Okay. That's what it is. 6 months later of, oh, really? Okay. It's a collection. But if we act now and we are responsible about it, and we are sweet, and we're kind on the phone and say, hey, listen, this is what we're doing. This is what is needed. I use the example of $500. The collection item might be $1,200. Then save. Then call them back. Literally say, hey, I'm not in a position to pay you now. I'm going to make myself a note to call you in 3 months and let you know how I'm doing. The calls will stop, because they literally see you as taking responsibility for your life, taking responsibility for your credit, taking responsibility for what's happening with your credit profile. Okay. Again, responsibility and action does not really happen when you're at a low place. And that's why speaking life to your money, speaking life to your finances, speaking life to your situations is really, really important. I literally get up every single morning. Holy Spirit, give me the wisdom and guidance to be able to manage myself, my family, my finances, and everybody that I come in contact with. You have to have that mindset, because if you don't have that mindset, you're going to continue the same circle. 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 Circle, 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 circle. You know, if my mama didn't take care of money and my daddy didn't take care of money, I'm not taking care of money. My children's not taking care of money. My grandchildren's not taking care of money. My great-great-grandchildren are not taking care of money. We're talking about generations there. Who's going to change the legacy? Who's going to change the legacy? The Naked Credit Academy is not just about credit. We're changing the legacies. We're changing how people are viewing money. We're changing how literally we are with one another when it comes to money. You know, I used to be in a position that if, you know, family would say, hey, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this. And then I figured out when I was looking at my money, okay, this is a money leak. A money leak is something. The money leak is something. A money leak is something I don't plan for and I just do, right? So instead of saying no, I can't give you any, I just budget, you know, $250. You know,
that's right.
Family, and if they call, that's where I get it from. And if it depletes, hey, guess what? I really want to help you. However, I've exceeded my expenses for this month. You know, let's talk about it, you know, in a couple of weeks, if you're still having the same situation. That's being responsible, because, you know, you don't want to, I know that I like to help. So, but it has to be in a controlled environment. It has to be in a controlled environment. It has to be in a controlled environment, you know, and I love when you said that earlier, at your wage. Sometimes we just, you know, we're doing all these things and we're getting all these things and we're acquiring all these things. You know, there was a time in my life, you know, I had properties, I had cars, I had this, I had the other. And then when everything started shrinking, perspective change, mind change. And then all of a sudden I'm in this space and I'm like, okay, God, what's going on? I just need you to be closer to me and utilize what you've learned to help others understand that a number does not dictate their destiny. They have the power and ability to change it.
Come on.
A number does not dictate your destiny. You have the power to change that. Literally, you know, and it's so dear to my heart because I hear the stories all the time. You know, I hear the stories, you know, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And I can't. But God said, you know what it feels like to have $500,000 house, and you know what it feels like to live in a 1-bedroom apartment. You gotta be able to show the people and be honest with the people and be naked with the people and say, listen, it's not about the material things. It's about the actions that you take. It's about the actions that you take. If you're not investing in money, if you're not investing in the things that I want you to do, I'm going to change everything around. 10 times out of 10, a low credit score just simply means life happened. But you have the ability to change that around. You have the ability. You're one decision away from a 700 credit score. One decision away from a 700 credit score. And I promise you, once that decision is made, boom. I get text message all the time. Oh, my credit has gone up. Oh, my credit has gone up. Oh, my credit. And I promise you, and I feel it when the heart has changed and the mind has connected, and literally God is the complete source.
Mm.
I promise you, he's in the credit score business.
Good God.
He's in the credit score business. And if you're an entrepreneur, my heart goes out to you, because we are risk takers. We are risk takers. Most of the time, our scores suffer because we are risk takers. Okay. And because we are risk takers, we have to be sensitive to the fact that it's only for a season. Once the cash flow starts flowing, you will do right by it. Because when you're pursuing your purpose, profit comes right along with it. When you're pursuing your purpose, profit comes right along with it. It's like a chain reaction. It is a domino effect. However, for a season, if your credit score is suffering because you're pursuing purpose, just know that write the vision, make it plain, and though it tarry, wait on it. Still sit down and make a plan on how you can turn your credit score around. You can still make a plan and then activate that plan when you're ready. This is for my entrepreneurs out there. Activate that plan when you're ready. When you're ready, when you have that cash flowing in your account, then you activate the plan. But you have to write it down. You have to make it literally plain. You have to spend time with your credit. You still have to date it and see where you are and who you owe. And even then, call them. Listen, I owe you. But listen, I'm doing this. I'm growing this company. It is 2 years old. This is what I do. I service men in the community. I service women in the community. This is what I'm doing with my company. Give me 12 months and I'll be back and I'll pay you. Be a woman of integrity. Keep your word. And activate the plan when you're ready. And this is for me entrepreneurs out there, because I know that, if I just could have $2,500, if I could just have $4,000, if I could just have $5,000, my business will turn around. However, you have everything you need to be able to make that. You have to be focused on the purpose. You have to be focused on the goal. Your heart has to be right. And literally put the credit score aside until you're ready to deal with it. But you have to write the plan. It's just not going to happen. You have to write the plan. And even if you have to put it aside in your from Jean last night, your file folders. If you got to put your credit score in a file folder for 2017, then go ahead and put in there for 2017, put Tani name on there, and you call me in 2017. But in the meantime, you gotta be revenue driven. You can't think about, oh, my credit score is a 590 and I have to grow my business. You gotta pick, and you have to be revenue driven to be able to come back and deal with your credit. But you gotta be responsible. You can't just forget that is there. Woo! I know I've said a lot, and there were some questions earlier. If there's any questions, please ask. But Letitia, I'm so grateful because in this space, it really allows for vulnerability. It really allows for nakedness. It really allows for people to really be free.
Yes.
And I'm grateful that you have allowed me to share myself with your platform. It is amazing. This topic is dear to my heart. And when we're making a mental shift in life, we need people like you. We need platforms like this, and where we can share how our lives got turned around. And I'm here to tell you that if I was not speaking life to myself, if I didn't have people around me that spoke life to me when I was confused, there's no way. Clarity does not come just jumping out of bed. Okay, clarity doesn't come just jumping out of bed. An 800 credit score doesn't just come just jumping out of bed. It's consistency. Right. It's consistency, loving what you're doing, serving people, money flows, and then you can tell it what to do. But it's almost like a remedy that we have to bottle up and literally sell, because people think, oh, I'm just going to dispute. You can, if you're not 100% sure, dispute. However, if you know the bill is yours, just be honest, be sweet, be at a humble place, and communicate. And literally, I'm telling you everything that I do with my clients. I'm being totally naked with you. If you're not ready to change your situation around, I'm not the right person for you. However, if you're ready to be responsible, if you're ready to take action, if you're ready to have your dreams no matter what, ask Tani. I can definitely help you. You know, you just like you said, there's a season in where you're going to be faith in there. It's about faith. It's about building your faith. It's about building your faith, because the greatest book, if you look at the characters in there, not one of them, no, only one, like, literally did the right thing, and that was Jesus. Only one. Everybody else jacked up some stuff up. Only one. And but look at what God did. He gave. When we are in a giving mode, when we are sharing of ourselves, when we are loving and acting in love and acting in wisdom, everything falls in line. Everything falls in line. You got to speak life to your finances. You got to speak life to your health. You have to speak life to in order to get wealth, like little, like true wealth, like prosperity. There's no room for junk. There's no room for anything else but focus, intention, and action. Focus, intention, and action is the only way. You got to be focused on the goal. You have to be intentional. You have to take action. And I'm going to add consistency. Consistency is the only way. You have to have people around you that you can harvest ideas. I call it financial empowerment teams, and where you can harvest ideas, and you can literally say, hey, listen, I presently am 1 month behind on my mortgage payment. What can I do? But you can't just talk freely about that. You have to be in a circle of people that you can say that to. Literally, my credit cards are maxed out. What do I do? You know, and you out partying, listen, stop doing that for a month. Take the money from that and pay your credit cards. Literally, this is how you have to flow. But if you don't have a financial team in where you can safely talk about these things, and then you got to put your ideas in a priority, right? You have to literally develop a spending plan. We talked about that earlier. Oh my God, taxes. Everybody's getting money. Woo! Everybody's getting money now. Listen, buy you a life insurance plan. Gosh, buy your life insurance plan. If you got 3 kids, you get $6,000. You get $6,000. Take $1,000. Make sure that your family has literally life insurance. If you need things, emergency fund, put some money for an emergency fund, and you still got money to blow. Don't blow it all. Don't buy a 27-inch, 42-inch TV. Literally, tax season is the best time. Put it down on your credit card debt. Have your emergency fund. Listen, when you talk about negotiating with your collection companies, this is the time. You got extra cash. Listen, I have some money coming in. Taxes are here. They know. They know. Use it. If you need to obtain a part-time job, then do that. Figure out, get a part-time job, and then just figure things out. But literally, all these things, you talk with a financial empowerment team. And the Naked Credit System is almost like a group of people that can vulnerably say, hey, this is where I am. What do I need to do? You know, I'll look at your stuff and say, listen, let's just reduce your expenses. Let's print out your last 3 months bank statements. Print out your last 3 months bank statements. The numbers are not going to lie. Don't even show them to me. The numbers are not going to lie. Print it out and literally highlight everything that was not supposed to be spent. And add it to the side. Highlight your last 3 months bank statements. And then make yourself a note. This is what I'm going to change for next month. This is what I'm going to do for next month. This is what I'm going to do for next month. One person, I consolidated their student loans, so their payments will be lower. So there's different things that you can't do. And having a financial empowerment team truly gives you that space to be able to think through these things and ask questions for better understanding. Letitia, no, it's almost time for us. And I am pumped because I truly believe that 2016 is a year of wealth. It's a year of, cash flow. Listen, February. Let's get our plans in place. Let's take action. Let's execute. Let's literally put a plan in place that's going to help bring your score up. You need 3 to 6 months of consistent time, and I promise you're gonna see the return on your investment. You're gonna see the return on your investment. 6 months of consistent time. You need 3 months for your score to change. I've seen 76 points in 2 weeks. You have to be consistent and give time to your credit. Speak life to your situations. It's the only way it's going to turn around. It's the only way. As soon as you see your score, if it's not where you think it should be, whoo, God almighty, I can't wait until it gets to a 700. And act like it's in a 700. Walk like it's at a 700. Breathe like it's at a 700. Walk in the bank like it's at a 700 until it gets to a 700. That's how we do it. Yeah. I am excited. Woo! This kind of stuff just literally makes me happy because it's wearing a suit with a 720. It smells good. You don't even have to put on perfume. It does. So until we get there, literally take action daily. Take control of your money daily. Be consistent with it. When you look at your bank account and your bank account, I'm going to leave you with this. If your bank account don't look like what you think it should be, speak life to it. Money coming from all different directions. All my bills are getting paid, and my credit score is going to be at 700 no matter what.
Hallelujah. I received that. Hallelujah. That was good to me. I can repeat all that. I like all that.
Woo. Now, I think we have a question. Will they be?
Now this is what I do first, Tani.
Okay. Yes.
I see we have people on the conference line first.
Okay.
So I'm going to take their questions first so I can clear that line and go to social media for questions. Okay. Now, in Springboro, Ohio, do you have a question, or do you have anything that you would like to say to Tani at this time? Last 4 digits, 4443. Your line is open. Going once, going twice, and no, you don't have nothing.
Oh my God, that is
okay. I know they hate when I put them on the spotlight. It's so funny. Okay, so I'm going to go conference line. I'm about to go to social media, and I'm going to cut the line. Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. All right. So I'm going over to Purpose Professionals, and those that are on Purpose Professionals, those that are not, this is the time to get there to put your questions in Purpose Professionals, and that's Purpose Professionals. We're there now. This is the time to come so we can add you into the group. I see Jean Gardner was on there. She said, "Money cometh at Tani." Taya B said that was good to be. Oh yes, honey, that was good. Yes, honey. You know I like all that. Ashley Smith says, "Speak life to your bank account and your credit score." Tani Lane, speak life. Shavana Speaks More said, "Act now, take action. Ask Tani." That's awesome.
Yes.
Taya Bell said the opposite of abundance is lack.
Yeah.
If you are walking in lack, you are not walking in love. If you're not walking in love, you are not walking in wisdom. Yes. Take notes, boo. Take notes. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta take notes. You gotta read over and over and over again so to get into your spirit, to your finances are living a life of abundance, right? So Dean Gardner said, "A spending plan versus budget. Ask Tani, speak life. I've got to have more date nights with my money." And then wait, I wrote this down. You call it the money bae. I can't wait to call my money bae. Bae.
Yes.
Bae. Bae, can I get my hair done? I can't wait to call my money bae. Okay?
Yep.
That was good. That was good to me. Okay?
Yes.
Walking wisdom.
Yes.
And I'm sorry. Every time you said boom, you know, I got excited. I get excited about the boom because I just saw my bank account saying boom, right?
Boom.
Boom. Speak life to your bank account. Boom. Yes, money coming to me now in Jesus' name. Boom.
Immediate.
I like that. I like all that.
And suddenly, that's it.
And I love this. Tani. You said budget restricts you, but a plan how you gonna spend it. You know, I you don't even think about words. Words truly, y'all listen. Words have the power of life and death in the tongue, and those that love to eat its fruit. The difference between saying the word budget, you're restricting yourself and planning. Write the vision, make it plain. Plan. That just seems so much better. You have control.
Yeah.
You have control over a plan versus a plan having control over you.
Yes.
Right.
And
Girl, you made all kind of sense. I loved all that. Yes, honey. I loved all that. I did. It was wonderful. Naked Credit Academy. Now, if you're listening, you guys, if you want to get in touch with AskTani.com, you know, Tanisha Lane, please contact her, AskTani.com. Get into this Naked Academy. You know, I love when she talked about, she know what it feels like, you know, to live in a one-bedroom apartment, and she knows what it feels like to live in what, a $500,000 home.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
you know, you can trust somebody like that. You can trust you. You made me think about my own testimony. I said, good gracious, one-bedroom apartment, living in a big house, having all this money, then not having nothing, then having all the money till you get, you know, faith it till you make it actual wage. Right.
Powerful.
It was all powerful. Do we have any more? Let me see. I'm going back over to Oliver T. Reed said, money coming.
Yes, that's my brother.
Danica said, walk as if you already there. Money is a tool we use to work for us. Money, they took good notes, not Tani. They took good notes. When money comes, we have to know we are going to use it.
Yeah.
They took good notes.
Yes, they did.
So here's a question from Jean. For Jean Gardner, she said, where do you start with your reports? Then what?
Okay, I have an outline that I can actually share. But you want to start at your account type. You want to look at your payment type. You literally want to take, if it's your first time, you want to take line by line and just ask yourself, is this correct? And if your immediate thought says, you know, I don't know, dispute it. If your immediate thought says, I don't know, dispute it. Okay. And if you dispute it, you want to dispute it. Most people use Equifax.com. I like to do it in writing because, you know, you can have your files and everything for each vendor that you're working with. But if you're not sure, dispute everything. Once the credit agency comes back to you and gives you a response according to your dispute, then you go back. If it's true, take it for, you know, if the information came back and it is yours, just go ahead and file it away and continue disputing and make yourself a note. When you're disputing, the credit agency have to respond within 30 days. If they do not respond within 30 days, immediately send a letter and ask for them to take it off. That's how I get most of the items off the credit report, because you have to think at the fact that these are human beings that are literally tracking this. So you can make the system work for you by you making sure that you're following up. If they don't respond back to you in 30 days, then do another letter saying, hey, according to this, you didn't respond in 30 days. Can you remove it? Sometimes they'll say no. But if you have everything that's trackable, they go ahead and take it off. Most of the time they take it off. But literally just look at line by line and ask yourself, is this correct? And if it's not, dispute it.
Okay. All right. Well, I think you've given some awesome information on tonight. I really pray that you guys contact her, get to know her. She's trustworthy. I'm excited to have her a part of the I call her a lifeline. You understand? And you got to have those partners in your life that you truly can trust. And it's not somebody that, you know, that I met yesterday.
Right.
You know, it's we've watched each other through the years, and we truly live the words. We truly live the words that we speak. You can tell when somebody was prophesying, or she was sitting up here just reading, you know, a script or something. No, she lives the life that she speaks. She's speaking from the heart. speaking from the heart. And that to me means more than anything. And I ask you, get to know her. Get to know her. Get in Naked Credit Academy. You know, you need to speak life a little bit more before you go see her. Then you need to get this book. You need to get this book and speak life to yourself. Now, I did want to do this because a lot of the ladies are on that are in the Speak Life Challenge, Tani, and they're in the chapter of Speak Life to Your Finances. A lot of them are Speak Life to Your Finances. So I would like to ask you, Tani, to pick out a number between 26 to 50. Give me a number, 26 to 50.
26 to 50. Let's do 40.
Okay, day 40. Okay, so those that follow me, y'all go over to day 40. And that's going to be on page 84. Okay, good gracious. I'm about to read this, Tani. Y'all better hold on.
I'm ready.
1 Corinthians 9:24. Do you not know that those who run in a race all run, but just one receives the prize? Run in such a way that you may obtain it. Okay, so the reflection, here it goes. Stop fighting against yourself. You are who you think you are. If you think you're a loser, you are. Speak life into yourself. And don't wait for other people to justify who you are, and stop acting defeated and fight. And that means about your finances too. Run in such a way that you're able to obtain it. If you listen to her last hour, she just taught you how to run in such a way that you're able to obtain your finances.
Praise God.
Then the goal, it said, look into the mirror and tell yourself, I am a winner, I am blessed, I am healthy, and I am wealthy.
Praise
that was
God.
Day 40. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Amazing. Wow. I thank you. This has been amazing. Whew. Day 40. You have to walk. You have to walk as if you have already obtained it. There's no other way. If you walk defeated with a 590, trust and believe me, you will stay there. You will stay there. But if you have a fresh outlook, if you have a different perspective, if you speak life to the situation, it will literally look different, feel different, and you even act different. It's the bottom line. It's the bottom line. If you want to increase your bottom line, have a different perspective of how you're looking at your money. Have a different, and it literally impacts your bottom line. It truly does. How are we going to leave wealth and riches? How are we going to leave a legacy? How are we going to do it? It's impossible. We have to walk in wisdom in order to leave a legacy. Walking in wisdom, literally, how we manage our money, how we manage our credit. And it just so happens that I'm in this industry, and this is the job that I have. And I truly believe that I'm here to help people, help women turn their mindsets around when it comes to their money. When you look at your credit score, immediately think positive. Immediately think, what can I do to turn it around? It's the only way. You have to be responsible. And if you have any questions, just like my sister said, Google me, ask Tani, and I promise you, I'll come up. Boom! Boom!
Now, for those, Tani, if you can, please put your information in Purpose Professional. Wait a minute. Oh, Lord. Yeah, put it in Purpose Professionals. They're texting as I'm talking. And so they can get that information there. And always, you guys, this is the time. If you are a business owner, If you have a business in your belly, if you feel like, you want to be a business owner, this is the time for you guys to be putting your information on the line. It's enough of you on here to network with each other. Purpose professionals, you guys. If you have friends, bring them into the group. This is the time. She's putting her information in there for you because you all have purpose. But you got to get your money and your mind right first.
Yeah, you do.
And you got to get your money and your mind right. Okay.
It's the only way.
That's the only way. And because I know we done went over, but it was so good, honey. We done went over because y'all have been so patient, so patient. I need you guys to text fearless. There you go. The word fearless to 336-221-3819. Because you got to get fearless to even work with her. Because you got to get naked. Don't you have to be fearless to get naked?
Yes. Courageous, girl.
To get naked.
Yeah.
So 336-221-3819. Text fearless and work with Tani, you guys. Tani, you're absolutely amazing to me, woman of God, and I just want to say thank you. All the ladies in the 40-day challenge, if you want to work with her, contact her. I'm hearing a lot of your testimonies. It's time to take charge of your money, okay? All right. You want to tell them anything else before we leave?
Yes, I do have a webinar coming up on February the 12th. I'm also going to put that in the group called Boost Your Credit Score Within 90 Days, no matter what. A lot of the nuggets you heard tonight. However, on that particular day, I'm going to go even deeper on strategies. And I'm going to be talking about just items, specific items that you need to do to turn it around within 90 days. Things that you can actually just do yourself. If you need my assistance, I also do discovery sessions. And literally, if you're struggling to get approved for a house and you're ready to get your gorgeous home this year, whatever entrepreneur loans, I can help you. You can get on the conference on the webinar, and I will be hitting on all those items. And the way to get there is ActionDriven.com/boost your credit score. And again, I'll post it in the group so you can have that information. And also know that a number does not dictate your destiny. If I can leave you with anything, a number does not dictate your destiny. And join me next week on the 12th on the Boost Your Credit Score webinar. I would love to have each and one of you.
All right, praise God. You guys, thank you for joining us tonight. And remember, if God be for you, who can be against you? Absolutely nobody. And remember, you do have the power of life and death in your tongue, and those that love it will eat its fruit. And you choose what kind of fruit you want to eat. My name is Nicole, and I speak life. So
Thank
that
you.
we all may have life more abundant. Y'all be blessed. See you on next Monday. Next Monday at 9 p.m. Now let me go see who's next Monday. I want to let y'all know who's next Monday. I want to do right. I just want to do right. I want to do right. And let y'all know who's coming on next Monday. Let me see. Oh boy, we done flooded up the line with Tani. I guess Tani coming. We done flooded. Okay. Oh, it's Dr. Joe. Dr. Joe Shepherd will be next Monday.
Yay!
We got Dr. Joe Shepherd on Monday. Tish Bell, awesome Tish Bell on Tuesday. Dr. Oliver T. Reed on Wednesday. Shavana Moore is on Thursday. We got an awesome pack. That's a power packed week as well. So if you want the playbacks, this week we had Pastor Keisha, Trevor Ott, We had Jean Garner and AskTani.com. So
Yes.
let us know what if you we're going to put the playback up tonight so you guys can get it. You have an amazing night and we love you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.